Good evening. I'm Chanel, Vehicle Title Expert. Thank you for tuning in and thank you so much for subscribing. So, if you guys are wondering how long is it going to take to get your auto title processed, this segment is for you. I want to highlight one critical thing that really delays your title processing. Some of you do not think about it until you get rejected at the DMV. So, the biggest problem when it comes to auto title processing, or the biggest delay, lies within your documents. Maybe you don't have enough documents, maybe you have the wrong documents, maybe you have alterations on your documents, maybe you have errors on your documents, and I can go on and on. So there are other factors that can cause delays with your title work, but the documents itself is going to be a factor. 9 times out of 10, that's the reason why your transaction is being delayed or has not been processed. Now, there are other areas that are beyond your control, such as DMV processing times, appointments with DMV, system errors, technical errors of DMV, and so on. I'm not speaking on those. I'm just focusing on your documents, okay? Whether you are purchasing from a dealership or a private party, okay? Someone has to give account to the documents that you, the buyer, you're receiving, okay? And if those documents are not in order, if they're not correct, if you don't have all of what you need pertaining to those documents, your transaction will be at a standstill. Okay, let's talk about the dealership purchase for a moment. So, if you're purchasing your vehicle from a dealership, a lot of times the sales manager or the title clerk will advise you of what you need. Now, there are cases where they may not be aware of everything pertaining to your transaction, depending on the state. Some dealerships are not really familiar of certain states title policies and procedures, but if they are, that's good. They will advise you of everything accordingly so your transaction can move forward. But sometimes the dealership will tell you, we need this, we need that for your transaction, and they are expecting you to provide them with the requirements as soon as possible because they do not want your transaction to be delayed. Now, what I see a lot is when a dealership reaches out to you guys for requirements, for some reason, you drag your feet when it comes to providing those items. Okay, so I want you to really have a clear picture of what I'm going to share. If the dealership is telling you they need something, and whether it's one item, whether it's multiple items, and you're not providing that for your title transaction, your title file or your title packet is going to be on hold. Okay, it's going to be on hold. It's no need of that title clerk sending your title packet to the DMV, because why? They don't have everything of what they need. And if they send it to the DMV is going to put it on hold. Okay, so they're not going to send that 9 times out of 10. So the longer it takes for you to provide what it is they're asking for, it's going to be the longer it's going to take for the title clerk to submit what they need. Then it's going to take an additional time for the DMV to process your transaction as well. So you want to get everything to that title clerk or to the DMV if you're dealing directly with the DMV. You want to do that as quickly as possible, okay, without delay. And if you're buying a vehicle from a private party, you want to make sure, same thing, that you get everything from them that you are expecting as well. That title, the bill of sale, normally is what you would need from the private party. But again, make sure you're getting those documents, accordingly. If not, same thing, you will face delays. So I really want to place that emphasis on your documents. There are other factors that can delay your transaction, like your fees. Maybe you don't have enough funds. Maybe the plate you want to transfer could be expired, and I can go on and on. But those are important conditions as well. But the main factor is going to be your documents. You really want to focus on the document piece for your transaction. Okay, this is the starting point. There are no shortcuts, and there's no way of getting around it. You want to really do your part. And let me also share this. When it comes to submitting multiple documents, if you are told you need multiple documents, please do not submit your documents in question piece by piece by piece. You want to submit everything that you need to that dealership or to the DMV if you're dealing directly with the DMV. Submit everything at one shot. Okay, because if you don't, what's going to happen is your transaction is still going to be on hold. If the DMV is saying, you need 3 items as an example, and you're submitting 1 item, they're not going to keep picking up your paperwork and then saying, oh, okay, well, he doesn't have this or she doesn't have that, let's put it back. No, they're going to let it stay on hold until they have everything that they need. Okay, they're not going to keep starting your transaction and putting it back on hold again. It's going to stay on hold until everything is in order. That's the way title processing works. So do yourself a favor. If you have, 1 item or maybe multiple items, get everything submitted at one time and in a timely fashion so that your title transaction can be done as quickly as possible and you can avoid unnecessary delays. A lot of times these document issues, they're very petty. They can be prevented. They don't have to happen. So I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. Do your part. If you're being asked for documents, get those over right away so that your title can be processed in a quick fashion. If you have any questions about title processing or you want to share your experience, your feedback, maybe you experienced some sort of delay, I do want to hear from you. Feel free to drop me a line below or visit me at wisdomandauthority.com. Thank you for tuning in. Please click share and subscribe. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.